In this third video, we're going to deal with a problem where it is necessary for you to factor the denominators before you can do the work. So we have x minus 1 over x squared minus 1. We're going to add that to 2 over 5x plus 5. So the first thing I'm going to do again is write them vertically. X minus 1 over x squared minus 1 plus 2 over 5x plus 5. Now, I'm going to have an equal sign here, and I'm not going to do anything at all to my numerators. I'm just going to bring them over. My denominators, however, in both cases can be factored. You should know at this point that this is the difference of two squares and that it always factors into x plus 1 times x minus 1. In the second denominator here, we have a common factor. That common factor is 5. So that means I can say, take a factor of 5 out of each of those. And I want to figure out what would I have to multiply this 5 by to get back over here to 5x. And that means what I need in here is an x. Plus, what do I need to multiply this 5 by again to get the 5 that we see right here? Well, that will be 1. Okay, so now let's take a look at what denominators I have. I have an x plus 1, an x minus 1, the number 5, and another x plus 1. So as I go about choosing my least common multiple of all 4 of these factors, I need to use the x plus 1 only one time. I also need this x minus 1 right here, so I'm going to put that in there. And I hope you see that the other thing that is missing is the 5. So I've got to have a 5 in my denominator, which I'm going to add. Now, that goes for both denominators. We have a new denominator for each one. All right. At this point, you are going to look at the denominator on top, this one right here, and you're going to say, how is it different from what I have over here? Well, there's a 5 down here that I did not have before. That means I multiplied this denominator right here by 5. Therefore, I'm going to have to take my numerator, which is x minus 1, from right here and multiply it by 5. Let's do the same thing with our second fraction. My new denominator is all of this. What did I have before? I had an x plus 1 and a 5. What is new? The x minus 1 is new. So that means I multiplied my denominator by x minus 1. Therefore, I must also multiply my numerator by x minus 1. What is it that I had in the numerator to begin with? Well, it was a 2. So I have to be sure I bring this 2 over. All right, now we're going to distribute. We are going to say 5x minus 5, distributing like so, over all of that denominator. Whoops. Let's make sure that really looks like an x. And down here, we're going to distribute again. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times this negative 1 is negative 2. And my denominator, as you can see, my denominators are now the same. Because they are the same, I can write the denominator only one time, and I can take everything that is in the top now and bring it together as a subtraction. So that means I can say 5x minus 5. I want to subtract all of my second denominator, 2x minus 2. That will give me 5x minus 5. Notice this negative sign is going to affect that 2x. The negative sign is going to affect our negative 2. It will become a positive 2. And all of this is over 5 times x plus 1, x minus 1. All right, let's combine like terms and we're going to be finished. We have 5x minus 2x, that's going to give us 3x. And we have negative 5 plus 2, that's going to give us a negative 3. And in the bottom, we are going to have 5 times x plus 1 times x minus 1. All right. Now, I am going to realize that my numerator here is going to factor into 3 times x minus 1. On the bottom, I still have 5, x plus 1, and x minus 1. My x minus 1s are going to cancel. Final answer is going to be what's left right here. 3 over 5x plus 1. This is going to take probably several repetitions for you to get it.